We are going to talk about body image insecurities and wasting time in the morning, getting ready, wondering, what do I wear? Everything looks so bad. What do I do? I get it. I used to do it too. Changing your outfit over and over and over and over and over again. 30 to 60 minutes, and you're thinking, where on earth did the time go? And you're miserable. You're miserable because every time you look in the mirror, you think, that looks awful. I look terrible. Oh my God, I'm so fat. Oh my God, I'm too skinny. Oh my God, what's wrong with my arms? Oh my God, why are my boobs too big or too small? Obsessing about the way that you look and how not okay it is, how ugly you think you are. And then you end up crying because it's emotionally painful. And when you've been doing it for 30 to 60 minutes, you're just spiraling further and further down. It's painful. So, we're going to talk about two things that you can do that will make a significant impact on your morning routine when you're getting ready so that it doesn't have to turn into a spiral of, I'm not okay, I'm ugly, I can't stand to look in the mirror. Number one, your body is not the problem. Your body is just a symbol of a deeper issue. There's something else going on underneath that that either consciously or unconsciously you have attached to the way that you look. And you may not be aware consciously of what that real issue is. And there could be multiple real issues that are holding that perceived problem with the way that you look. The truth is, most people don't care what you look like. Are there oddballs that are really judgmental and critical of people's appearances? Yes, of course. And maybe you even had a lot of that growing up because of the family that you were born into, something like that. But the reality is, most people don't care unless they're physically attracted to you. And then they like the way that you look, and that's why they care. When that's all that you've known, I get that that can be a hard thing to believe. But when that's all that you've known, you also tend to gravitate towards people who continue to treat you that way. And so you keep getting that reflection and it validates that perspective. When you work with a specialist, a practitioner, someone who knows how to help you get to those deeper issues, your whole experience around your body can change. It doesn't have to be painful. I'm not saying that you will love the way that you look, that you will think that you're a perfect 10 out of 10. And if you do, that's fine. I don't care. But what I am saying is that you can come to a place of acceptance with the way that your body is and to just be okay with it and comfortable with the skin that you're in, to not obsess and fixate over every tiny little flaw that you see on your body or that you think you see in your body. So your body is not the problem. That's the first thing to understand. Because when you deal with the real underlying issues, you do become comfortable with your body. You do feel at home with your body. You just have to work through the deeper stuff first. And the fastest way to do that is with a specialist, with a practitioner, with someone who knows how to do that part. It will save you so much time. Do you really want to spend years and years and years eking by trying to figure it out on your own? You can. It's a personal choice, but what is that going to cost you in your life? So that's number one. And if you do that, all the other stuff gets so much easier. I highly recommend it. Number two, when your morning routine is it's just so overwhelming to get ready in the morning, well, we got to simplify it. And the more you simplify, the easier it will be to cope and get your outfit on in 5 minutes or 10 minutes instead of 30 or 60 minutes. You're not going to be spiraling mentally for 30 to 60 minutes. Think about what that will do for your mental well-being the rest of your day if you're not constantly repeating to yourself, oh my God, I'm so ugly, I'm so fat, I'm too skinny, nothing looks good on me, I just hate myself. If you're not starting your day like that for a whole hour, I'm telling you, there will be so much emotional relief just by cutting that out. It's not a good way to start your day. You're basically hypnotizing yourself into believing and feeling that you're ugly and not okay and worthless and hating yourself. When you spend an hour or 30 minutes starting your day like that, when your mind is the most receptive and open, oh, it's going to make your whole day harder. So, the basic premise here is minimalist. We'll just go over some basic concepts with this. The number one thing that I would do just to get you started, more important than anything else, in minimizing the time you spend getting ready in the morning with your outfits, go through your closet, pull out only those items that you wear pretty much every week because you consistently choose to wear those pieces over the other pieces in your closet because you feel more comfortable with them, because you like the way that you look in them. I'm not saying you're going to love it, but there will be pieces in your closet that you go to consistently over and over and over again. Those go in the very, very front of your closet and are separate from everything else. Push everything else to the back. These are the ones that you love more than anything else. If you don't have anything like that in your closet, then I would suggest working with someone, getting a friend or a family member that, or even a coworker that you think knows how to do that, how to dress well, get them to help you. Go to the store together and just get 3 outfits, 3 tops, 3 bottoms. That's all you need to get started. 3 tops, 3 bottoms. At the very least, you can wash and wear, get a couple of wears out of them every week. No big deal. We're just looking for a starting point. If you don't have the money, then you can take the extra time, go to Goodwill, go to secondhand stores, thrift shops, and browse through the aisles. And like I said, 3 tops, 3 bottoms. That's all you need to start. Just make sure that you really love them, that you consistently will feel good in them. They fit you properly. They hug your curves in the right way, or the fabric is just crisp enough that it doesn't hug your body too much, depending on what it is that you want to do with your body that makes you feel comfortable and good in your clothing. Pick your clothes for where you are at right now with your body instead of trying to force yourself to feel good in stuff that maybe you used to wear or that you want to wear but don't actually feel good in it. Just be honest about what feels good when you wear it, what you feel good in for this minimalist project. So let's talk about proper fit a little bit more. When you pick a pair of pants or a skirt, that bottom that you're going to be able to put on any single day, you want it to look good with all of the tops that you've chosen. And if it looks good with all of the tops that you've chosen, then you don't have to think about it when you put it on. So, what's really common, especially with younger women, when you struggle with your body image, you might end up with a pair of pants or a skirt that only looks good with that one shirt. Don't buy those things and don't keep them in your closet. Take them out. We want to make this simple. So, whatever those loves are, those items that you're choosing for your minimalist wardrobe, they need to go with all of your other stuff. That skirt or that pair of pants or that pair of shorts needs to look good with all those other tops that are your loves. That top needs to look good with all of your bottoms that you've chosen. Like I said, 3 outfits, 3 tops, 3 bottoms, that is enough. That is enough to get started, and then you can hold off and wait until you find something that goes with all the rest of those things before you start filling in. Neutrals. Neutrals are easy to mix and match with one another. You don't have to think about how's it going to look. You don't have to wonder. If you know which colors look best on you, that you feel best in, that's another way that you can really minimize the time spent. So, for example, I love this like dusty, smoky kind of purple. This is one of my favorite colors to wear, and I have a couple tops in this color because I know that I can put it on and I don't have to wonder if I'm going to like it that day. Same thing with black. I don't have to wonder if I'm going to like it that day. Certain necklines I will repeatedly go to over and over again because I just always like them. So those are the ones that I have in the very front of my closet. Layers, things that you can pile on over one another. So if you have 1 or 2 sweaters that you can put over all of your other tops, you don't have to think very much about it. Let's talk about jewelry. I literally wear the same pair of earrings almost every day because they look good with almost all of my other clothes. Doesn't have to look good with everything, but I love them. They are my favorite. The color, I love it. I love the shape of them. I love the way it looks with most of my clothes. And so I don't think about what earrings I'm going to put on in the morning. I just put them on. If you have items of clothing that you love, that you don't want to part with, but they don't fit into that minimalist routine, you don't have to get rid of them. You can put them in the back of your closet for another day after you get into the habit of having a smooth morning routine. You could also box them up, put them in bags, put them in plastic bins, move them to the back of your closet, or put them in a storage unit until you're ready to go through them. Even if you just push everything else to the back of your closet, don't touch it. Do this for a few weeks, a few months. Just choosing, selecting, refining what those minimalist pieces are for you, and see how much time you save in the morning getting ready and how it helps to prevent that spiral, that emotional spiral of becoming really fixated on how you look and how you look in your clothes. It will make such a difference. You'll be able to see what it does for you. And then you'll have a different perspective when you go back through those other items of clothing. You may just decide, yeah, it's not worth it. I don't want to keep them. You could sell them. You can give them to Goodwill, whatever you decide to do. 3 outfits that you can mix and match with everything that you consistently feel good in every time you put it on. So, so helpful. You will save so much time in the morning getting ready. You won't waste time flipping out emotionally over how you look. That's the biggest part. 3 to 7 outfits, you're good to go. Simplify, simplify, simplify. 30 to 60, simplify, simplify, simplify. Ugh. The wild hair day. And this. If you can do that, you won't be spiraling mentally. 3 tops, 3 bottoms, unless I'm wearing jeans and sneakers and a t-shirt, and I think, yeah, shoes, minimalist. I think, oh God, 20 minutes, shit.